What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. So yesterday I said, "Doth mine eyes betray me?" And the 110% answer is no, they did not. Yes, so after about 25 years, Diablo 2 has come out with a new expansion. And this includes more stash tabs, the ability to organize your gems and runes, and a ton of other things that I won't go into in this video, because this is just going to be a general overview about the new character class introduced in the expansion. So this is my take on the new Warlock class for Diablo 2 Resurrected, and my initial impressions of them. So the first thing I wanted to do was hover over all of the skill icons, so feel free to pause this video at any point if you see a skill that you may want to read about or you find interesting. And as I scroll through these, let me just say, I'm mildly impressed at the very least. Now at the time of this recording, I only played a little bit, maybe about 15 minutes, just to get a basic feel for the character, and just really take in what he's all about. For example, when you first leave town with this guy, here's what he says.
These creatures of darkness shall yield to me or perish.
And I thought the voice acting was decent here. I like his demeanor and the way he carries himself. And the overall character model doesn't look too bad either. He almost looks like a grizzly, veteran kind of wizard. And I like that what makes him unique is that any weapon you put in his hand instantly levitates above his hand. And it almost gives him like a Magneto from X-Men kind of feel. And maybe it's just me, but I was also getting a slight hint of like some Castlevania vibes. Whether it's Alucard with his heirloom sword from Symphony of the Night. And there was another side playable character in Lament of Innocence, where he had a similar ability to use telekinesis on his sword. I forgot the name of the guy, but I digress. So I only gained a few levels, and I decided to put my skill points into the demonic skill tree. I saw the Raise Goatman skill, and I was like, yeah, let me give that a shot. Interestingly enough, although it's one summon, versus like a necromancer or a druid, you start getting like a couple of skeletons or a handful of wolves. This Goatman was fighting these guys on player 7, and although I'm super early in the game, this guy's life bar was barely moving. Even if he was getting jumped by like 6 enemies in a strong mob. So it seems so far with this guy's summons it's more quality over quantity. I feel like I cleared out the Den of Evil at a pretty decent pace on player 7. Of course I wasn't exactly going for a speed run. But overall the character feels pretty good. I just like using his basic melee attacks, and I kinda get the vibe from him that he's like, ha ha ha, I don't even need to touch you to kill you. Especially the way he jabs the dagger into your face. It's kinda funny, it looks like he's dribbling a basketball. Just a really sharp one. So anyway, one of the only downsides I found with this character, and disclaimer, this might just be my personal preferences, but the guy has no cold abilities. And I see that he's got some fire stuff, obviously physical, some magic, but me being the cryo crackhead that I am absolutely going to find a way to make a viable ice-themed warlock. And I will not rest until he is complete! Anyway, I plan on spending a lot of time with this character in the next coming days, and as soon as I find a stable build for the guy that I like, I'll showcase him to you guys. So after all of the half-hearted games, and all of the AAA flops that have been coming out in recent years, what do you guys think about Diablo 2 getting all of these updates? And what do you think about paying $24.99 for this expansion? Because for me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm such a Diablo 2 dork, I bought it the second I heard about it. And for good reason, because it didn't overly drastically change this game, it didn't ruin any of the lore. I feel like Blizzard actually made a good call, which they haven't done in years, arguably, by going back to one of their templates that succeeded. Actually, I feel like it did more than succeed. Diablo 2 is the template, and they just added a few extra things to make the game even cooler. So I am mostly, if not all the way, down with everything that they've done so far. The only thing I didn't hear about recently were the addition of extra rune words, which I think would be really cool. And I know that would take time to work out and balance and what have you. But what do you guys think overall? Are you a veteran Diablo 2 player that's looking to get back into it? Do you think the game should have been kept as is? Or are you guys just over the whole ARPG scene to begin with? I would love to hear in the comments if you guys agree with me completely, or disagree with me completely, or fall somewhere in that gray area. I'll tell you one thing, I am sure as hell no shill for Blizzard, and I kinda think Diablo 4 is trash. But to me, a win is a win, and honestly, Blizzard won me back. And maybe this could be a lesson learned for a lot of other companies out there that have recently ruined their IP with poor decisions, and that there is still hope to bring beloved fans back. And in this particular example, I would not be shocked if the Diablo 2 Resurrected expansion outsells anything that Diablo 4 produces. As a matter of fact, as the weeks go on, if I look at the numbers and find out that that's the case, I'm absolutely going to make a video on it, and reiterate even more deeply what I just discussed here. So that's about all I have to say on the matter at the moment, until I keep playing with my Warlock character. So look for a more in-depth video coming down the pipe. And don't forget, if you like anything related to fitness, gaming, hobbies, or motivational speeches, check out the rest of my channel. because life isn't one-dimensional, and neither is my content. So, until next time, love your life, stay motivated, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.